Welcome to week 6 aboard Phoenix. I'm Jen, that's Christian. After our first big sail down to Sydney, we get to know our boat. We celebrate Christmas, boat style. We have a friend come to stay, watch the Sydney to Hobart race set off, and we scare ourselves a lot. Oh, and we lose one of our sails and the dinghy.
I think we've all learnt where the limit of the boat and the people are.
It's our first Christmas on the boat and we're here in bed still, but looking up it looks like it's going to be a really nice day. I've got all the little Christmas presents ready.
Merry Christmas!
A bit of action happening here because all the boats are turned around and everybody's freaking out. We've certainly got a lot closer to the rocks. These guys have just moved because they nearly hit the motorboats behind them, and we're getting a little closer to this one over here, so we're just keeping an eye on the anchorage whilst also having some champagne. Making a little Christmas lunch, so we've got barramundi, which is a nice white fish. We're doing that just with some olive oil and salt. I've made a little tomato salsa to go with it. Cooking some rice in here. We're going to make some salad. At the moment the prawns are on the barbie.
Shrimp on the barbie, mate.
If you're enjoying following our journey and how terrible I am at tying on the dinghy, hit the subscribe button. We're just setting off. We're leaving Little Manly and Store Beach. It's just pulled up the anchor. How did that go, Ed?
Very successful on the first attempt.
Anchor's up, and we're going to go off and see the Sydney to Hobart race start. So we're heading over to Watson's Bay, and then we'll watch all the big boats start going out for the race, because it's Boxing Day today, and that's the beginning of the race. Ready for that, Christian?
Ready.
Mr. Christian?
Ready to go.
Right, full throttle ahead. Off we go. We're in Little Manly Point, and we're heading
This way.
over down here, so we're going to come out and around and down to there. The Sydney to Hobart yacht race runs each year on Boxing Day. It's 630 nautical miles long, which is almost 1,200 kilometres. The record is held by a boat called Comanche, who in 2017 did it in 1 day, 9 hours, 15 minutes and 24 seconds, which in layman's terms is bloody fast. It's considered one of the most difficult yacht races in the world, and it's been running since 1945. We're ready for the race to start. We're listening to the commentary. So cool.
All the colours of the spinnakers.
Spinnakers, yeah. at Spit Bridge. We're about to cross it. They just opened the bridge.
Spit Bridge connects the north to the south of Sydney. An estimated 75,000 vehicles and 35,000 bus passengers use the Spit Bridge every day. Despite being such a busy bridge, it's raised 6 times a day, from Monday to Friday, and each time it lets up to 5 boats pass through. So you have to be ready to go. And we're through. We're just coming into the harbour. It says that it's 20 knots outside, but it's already 29 knots right here. We're just having a look at the wind graph. That red means really, really windy, basically. So it's looking a little hectic, and we're just motoring. Yesterday we got off the boat. It was 29 knot winds. We moored it at a public mooring and then had to get back to the shore. So we couldn't leave the dinghy on the shore overnight, and there was no way we could have like paddle boarded back and then gone back out to pick up the other person. So all 3 of us, all 4 of us, Christian, Ed, me and Bella, got on the paddleboard with a dry bag for all of our stuff, and we just basically surfed in to the shore. Like, I actually don't know how we didn't fall off it. People were like walking along the shore and just stopped to look at us and get their phones out, be like, oh my god, these people are going in the water. Yeah, it's been abnormally terrible weather at the moment. But we're just heading back to Ed's now, and then we're going to head off up the coast. We think we've got a bit of a weather window, so we're going to try and get up to Port Stephens. We just set off. We decided we would find a weather window to get up the coast, and it happens to be the wettest weather, but we're going to give it a go. Hope for some better weather when we get to the other side of the heads. So that didn't turn out to be quite the trip we imagined. We got out there and it was wild and just grew and grew and grew. We thought it was going to be about 14 knots, 15 knots, and then ended up at about 22 knots. And then while we were out there smashing into some big rolly waves, I mean, it was so big we didn't obviously have a moment to film anything, we broke the furler on the head sail. So Christian's just having a look now to see what's happened. What do you reckon?
Well, it's broken.
So we don't know what's happened. We're doing a bit of investigating, but we've just pulled back into a place where we were for Christmas, actually. It's really calm. I mean, looking at it now, you wouldn't even believe what it's like just the other side of these rocks. It's crazy. But we've now got to just figure out how to fix the head sail, because we'd love to get back out there tomorrow when it is actually meant to be really, really calm and should be lovely sailing weather. So not sure yet. Poor Bella had a very traumatic time, locked away in a cabin because she didn't want to stay put, but nice to be in a calm anchorage. Sun's nearly setting. We need to take Bella to the beach, so Christian's just put the dinghy in the water, but needs to pump it up before we then embark on putting the engine on it. So almost there. Long day. What's your experience of today?
I'd say today has been a big learning curve. I think we've all learnt where the limit of the boat and the people are.
What did you learn today, Christian?
I learned to add 3 to 4 knots onto the predicted wind, and I learned that we're not sailing anything that is above 15 knots. So from now on we only do 12 knots max, adding the 3 and 4 that I just mentioned. So that was the learning. Oh, and I also learned that if you've got a halyard at the forestay, don't pull it up, because there's no way to take it down unless you go up on a bosun chair. So that has to be done tomorrow.